What's up, everyone? So if you don't know, it's Supercross review again, whatever you want to call it. This weekend, or no, not at least, this video is about last weekend, which was Hotlanta, which if you don't know, if you didn't watch, was the first East-West showdown, which I think they do this one and then the last race of the year, I want to say. So you had all the East 250 guys and all the West 250 guys racing it out together. And spoilers, if you didn't watch, Kawasaki just ran away with it. Yeah. I mean, not really. They got the first... Actually, no, they didn't get first and second, did they? I forgot about that. They got first with Cianciarulo. Whatever, however you say his last name. Forknier Red. If I could speak, this would be a lot easier. Forknier led for like the first half of the race, I want to say. And this is the first loss he, air quote, or first loss, yeah. His first race where he quote unquote lost. Which I really don't count it as a loss. Yes, he came in third, I want to say. Yeah, he came in third. But like, the only two people that came in front of him were people from the West Coast. So he still technically beat everyone else he had to. Still increased his points gap. He increased his points lead. And like, yeah, he came in third, but like, he only lost to Cianciarulo and Ferrandis, which really not that big of a deal. You know, he's not racing either of them for his points championship, or his half of it, so like, doesn't really matter if, you know, what happens. In other news in the 250, Jordan Smith bombed it. He was like down a lap. I think Sexton came in fourth, Cooper, then McElrath, Davalos, Nichols and Davalos, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much, Cianciarulo and Forknier look like they have this season wrapped up. I mean, Forknier obviously has to be so far ahead in points, it's hilarious, and then Cianciarulo just keeps winning. I mean, that's his third or fourth, I want to say now, so like, he's actually doing pretty well, considering the last couple years he's been injured, and, you know, he went from the wonder kid to shoulder injuries and kind of just around, but he's crushing it this year so far. I mean, for how fast Austin Forknier has been, for Cianciarulo to pass him and put 10 seconds on him, I think it was a 10 second lead or win, whatever you want to call him, on Forknier. And obviously, like, you can say Forknier probably wasn't racing his hardest against the two people in front of him because it didn't matter, but that's still a pretty good lead. And to beat Ferrandis by 4.5 seconds, I want to say, like, that's pretty good to show you can beat the fastest East guy and you can beat your closest competitor by almost 5 seconds. Like, that's pretty good. You know, claps for Cianciarulo. Again, I don't know how to say his last name. It's something with a lot of letters and whatever. He's doing good. I think the Cowie guys are going to just crush their two West and East, unless one of them gets hurt, which I'm not hoping for. That's knocking on some wood. You know, I would like to see both Cianciarulo and Forknier win their half of the competition. I think it'd be sweet, and it'd be really good for Pro Circuit, because to have two people win in the same year, like, that'd be hilarious. I think, you know, obviously it'd be good for them. Let's skip forward. Yes, I'm watching the highlights while doing this, but you can't hear it, obviously, because that would be bad. And oh geez, the 450s. The 450 race was great. I mean, it was actually a lot closer than you think it was going to be. You had Webb, Musquin, and Baggett, 3 KTM riders out front. Tomac, again, got a horrible start, started in like 13th on the first lap. You had Michael Lessie in filling for, who is he filling in for? He was filling in for somebody, I don't remember. But it's Michael Lessie, no one really cares. He'll get his whole shot and then he'll fall to 15th, because that's what happens. You could tell how hard Musquin was trying this race. Like, he was obviously faster than Webb in a lot of places, or like in half the lap, and then Webb was faster in the rest of the lap. But it's just typical Musquin thing. Somebody makes a little mistake and he can't check up and runs into the back of them and then loses 5 seconds. Baggett passed him. He made a mistake in the sand, and there you go. He went from second to, or challenging for first to third. It is. It's pretty sad. The number 2, supposedly going to be the number 2 guy on KTM this year, in his first year on KTM, he's winning. He's looking really good. It kind of reminds you of somebody that rode on number 5, his first year with KTM, and did pretty well with him. But I mean, it's gotta suck to be Musquin. He was supposed to be the number 1 guy. He's been with KTM for like 4 or 5 years now, and then Webb comes in and just like, hey, sup? How you doing? I'm just gonna win everything and be awesome. The Webb wagon, say that 5 times fast, is rolling. So you had Webb, Baggett, and Musquin top 3. Roczen got some help by Plessinger falling in the sand to get the 4th. I think Tomac finished 6th, I want to say. So like, Webb and Musquin technically are increasing their points lead over Tomac and Roczen. Top 4 guys, like, that's going to be who one of those 4 are going to win this championship. Baggett's close, but not that close. Tomac is failing himself like normal. He gets about halfway through the season and just implodes. Super fast, but can't win or hold anything. Who knows? Yeah, I really like the shootout things. It's fun to see. Because there's 2 divisions of 250 riders. You have so many more people that have a chance, and especially since you only see them half the year, it's neat to see like who is actually the fastest division, or out of the leaders who is better. But I don't know. Like I said, I think the Cowie boys are going to just crush it this year and win both. That's my opinion on the thing. But yeah, pretty easy race. Not much happened. Webb led the whole thing. And the top 3 didn't really change. Tomac went from 13 to 6, but that does whatever. He's not even top 5. Roczen got some help to get to 4th. Pretty simple race. I mean, Webb just doing what Webb does the last 4 or 5 weeks now. He's just pulling ahead and winning. So yeah, Hotlanta was pretty cool. I think it'd be cool if they had a couple more of the East-West showdowns instead of just like middle of the season in the end. But I don't think it would really work out to do it. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think it'd be cool to do an East-West showdown on a Triple Crown night, so you'd have 3 races, not just 1 showing of it. Monster, if you listen to me, hook that up. Let's see some of that. But yeah, pretty easy week. I ain't got much. I don't have anything else. So yeah, I'll see you all later. Peace. is up, everybody? We're gonna get a little political. Not really. I'm not gonna go either one way or the other because I don't feel like dealing with that bullshit. Okay, fine, fuck you. But I will say, if you're in the US, I guess ignore this if you're from another country. If you're in the US, midterm elections are next month, I believe. November, yeah. Vote. If you are of legal age, get your ass out and vote. I don't give a, like, I don't really care one way or the other. I mean, I do. I care one way more than the other. Obviously, I hope people vote the way that I think, but the way it's always been explained to me and the way I've always thought about it that actually makes sense is if you don't vote, you can't complain. If you have the legal right and the ability and the knowledge to go out and, you know, tick a box or fill it in or whatever you have to do, or whatever they're going to be doing or doing now, you should. Because at least that way, when something either goes the way you want or the way you don't want, you can at least say, I had a voice in it. Yes, it may be one vote out of who knows how many. And as, if you look at the U.S. population, it's pretty sad the percentage of people that actually do vote. Like a 300 million plus country, and like, I don't know, 13% of the people vote or some stupid shit like that. It's so bad. Obviously, you have to exclude the like 18 and under crowd, but still, the number should be massively higher than it is. But it is, if you don't vote for the next, whatever it is, 2 years for the midterms and 4 years for the president,